everyone, welcome back to the channel and happy Godzilla Day. I've been meaning to do this for a few years, but I keep missing Godzilla Day. I realised too late and wouldn't be able to get a video up in time, but this time I'm prepared and I'm just going to do a little Godzilla video for you. Not a review or a showcase video or anything like that. I'm just going to use these nice dioramas here and just show some Godzilla X+ figures, which are absolutely incredible. I saw a video on YouTube of, I think it was a Godzilla museum, and they had a few of these X+ figures, but they weren't for sale. A lot of stuff was, but these were there, but there was a big sign beside every X+ figure saying not for sale, just for display. And it made it feel even more special to own one, because they are incredible. I mean, they are museum quality, very accurate. So this is the 84/85 figure. I have an older version too, which I'll show you in a moment, and we'll check out some other versions of Godzilla from different films as well. We're just going to have a little Godzilla session for Godzilla Day. So drop a like on it for me, that's important, especially with my Godzilla stuff, because no one watches it. So you gotta help me out on this one, folks. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what your favorite Godzilla film is, and subscribe if you haven't done already. I'll be putting pictures up on my Instagram at Dean9333. Enjoy the video, folks, and happy Godzilla Day. Thanks so much, guys, for all the lovely birthday wishes under the Howling review. That was really, really sweet of you guys. Lots of messages pouring in, and I've tried to reply to all of them. I think I have now, all the comments anyway. And yeah, I had a great birthday in the end. Watched Dog Soldiers again, but for the first time in 4K. And it's my second time showing it to my girlfriend, and she loved it, and I loved it. It's just an amazing movie. No matter how many times I see it, I get so invested in it and just get sucked into that film as I'm watching it. It's the mark of a really good movie. But yeah, the next day we went to the Natural History Museum in London and the Science Museum. I got this Godzilla poster at the Science Museum. Apparently I just missed them having a big Godzilla statue on display, so I was gutted about that. But yeah, I got this poster, so I'm going to get that framed. It's one of my favourites. It was really cool. I was really surprised to see it, because I just wasn't expecting to see any Godzilla stuff there. But yeah, really nice birthday, and thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Very sweet of you guys, thank you. Now, the 84/85 X+ Godzilla is one of my favourite Godzilla pieces that I own, but he's quite tricky to photograph and film because the brow comes out so far above the eye, or over it, that any lighting from above doesn't really illuminate the eyeballs, so you kind of always have to find a way to get the light to come from underneath, and it can be quite tricky sometimes, but with a bit of messing around you can get it looking pretty decent. It's such an amazing sculpt and paint job, and one of my absolute favourite Godzilla designs. I just tilted him up a little bit, but you can check out the review on the figure. I've got in-depth reviews on all my Godzilla stuff. I made a playlist on my channel, so you can just go to the Godzilla playlist and get all the Godzilla content. I've just kind of tilted him up, stuck his feet on top of something, but left the tail level on the surface to just raise up his head a little bit, so you can get a look at the expression, which is really cool, and the paintwork on those eyes. A fantastic job on the teeth. It's a really, really cool Godzilla piece. Alright, so I switched out now to an older version of the 84/85 Godzilla by X+, and this was the first, well, I think one of my first X+ Godzilla figures, and I still love it to this day. The latest one, or at least one of the latest ones that I just showed you now, there might be an even more recent reissue of that one that you just saw a moment ago, but the one I just showed you is probably better than this one when it comes to the sharpness of the teeth and the paint job on the eyes and the sharpness of the sculpt. It's all just refined, but there are certainly those, I'm sure, who still favour this version. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. I love it. I can't choose between the two, so I'm going to keep them both. These broken buildings are actually meant for SH Monster Art scale figures. They're from iPop Designs on Instagram. Does some fine work, but they work pretty well for these figures too, I think. Obviously this version of Godzilla wouldn't be towering above these buildings the way he is here. You can clearly see in the movie he's a different scale than how he's appearing here, but it's what I got, so it's what I got to work with. And we got Godzilla -1 coming out real soon. I hope in the UK we get a chance to see it in some cinemas. I'd love to see it on the big screen. If not, just have to wait for the Blu-ray. But also the inevitable X Plus 30cm Godzilla -1 figure. Can't wait to see how that looks. And it should be very detailed, just by the nature of the design of this new Godzilla. Those spikes on the back are really intense, very large and very sharp looking. So good time to be a Godzilla fan. And Godzilla fans have been around since the early 50s, all the way till now. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, now here we have the 2023 version of the 93 Godzilla by xplus. This is a really nice piece, beautiful detail on this. Love the thick and heavy proportions of them. And the paint job on the eyes is fantastic. The teeth look incredible as well. This is a really nice piece and highly recommend it. Also reviewed this on the channel. Nice backgrounds to make it look really cool, so check it out. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Love the position of the arms and just the thickness of him. He's a chunky Godzilla. Nice thick legs, nice and heavy, very intense looking, very angry. Beautiful Godzilla figure. Alright, now I've got him facing front so you can just see the intensity of the expression from the front. I love the ridges at the top of the head, the different rows of teeth, and the wet look to the tongue inside the mouth, and just the real high quality work on the eyes. Very cool piece. And now we have the xplus 2002 30cm Godzilla. Very cool, unique look to this. Reminds me of a kind of cobra / dragon. Just amazing sculpt on this one. Beautiful design. The front view is very intense. It's quite hard to capture the eyes directly in front, but you get just enough to give you that real intense stare. You come around the side, you can see there's something very serpent-like, very dragon-like about him. And the eye looks beautiful, the way the light's catching it there. Beautiful work on the teeth. Yeah, that is absolutely stunning. I love the very dark charcoal, just almost reads, in a lot of the reviews on YouTube, it looks very much just like a black paint job, but it's a very dark kind of charcoal. Very, very fine piece. Love the detail on the hands, the nails. I'll turn him to the side and let you see that. This is a fantastic one to own. And check out the side view on the 2002. Beautiful, absolutely incredible sculpt. So detailed. I mean, you literally see these in Godzilla museums, you know, as representations of the Godzilla from, you know, these films, because they're so accurately sculpted. A lot of them by Yuji Sakai, one of the best in the game. This is an essential part of any Godzilla collection, really. And let's take a look now at the 30cm GMK Godzilla, which is one of my absolute favorites. This Godzilla's evil. And you can kind of tell by his eyes, just kind of cloudy, whitish grey eyes. There's just nothing there other than just pure evil intent and vengeance, and the destroyer of man. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the teeth, the sculpt on the face, the expression. Really intense. Those claws. Really, really nice. He's got a slight kind of pot belly thing going on. You can see that from the side view I'll show you in a minute. Which I like, adds to the character. It's a great film. Really, really good fight scenes in there. And GMK, he's a beast. One of my absolute favorites. Here he is, slightly to the side so you can see those spines on the back. Again, really well sculpted. An amazing representation of this particular Godzilla. I'd be tempted to get another one. You know, I don't know if there is another 30cm GMK coming, but I'm sure there will be. There probably is. Yeah, I can see myself getting another one of these. Not that I have the space for it, but I just love the look so much. Let's see if you can see his little kind of pot belly going on there a little bit. Yeah, one of my absolute favorites. Where does GMK Godzilla fall in your ranking of your favorites? Alright, now we're going to finish up with my favorite Godzilla, which is Shing Godzilla. And this is the xplus 30cm rig version, sculpted by Yuji Sakai, and it's one of my absolute prized possessions. It's a very creepy looking piece. I find this version of Godzilla endlessly intriguing. I often think about it, not so much from the human angle, but more from Godzilla's angle, you know, his perspective. And it's really sad, and you know, as the film goes on, he really starts to get moving, but when he first emerged out of the ocean in this form, the fourth form, the way he just slowly, with his hands pointing up like this, like a god, just with those eyes and the views from the street level, looking up at him as he just slowly waded through the city and destroyed everything in his path. Didn't really seem like he was out to do that, but that's a whole other discussion. But I just find this version really interesting and visually just beyond striking. I love it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great Godzilla day. I will see you soon on the channel, folks. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Always good to hear from you. Don't forget to drop a like on the video for me, and check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.